Coming to you live today again at 12:36, 1200 hours 36 minutes, Friday, July 19, 2019. I wanted to do this one because this one hits home with me in a different way than it does other people. To me, in this era, what is wealth and riches? And the way I grew up is I never wanted to step on, or not fair share people that if I was the true new of owning my own enterprise and franchise, I want those same people. So example, if I make $9,000 a month, $9,000 a month, right now, let's say I make $3,200 a month. I would want somebody else that I work with to make 30,000, 31, or even 32, if that's what we're calling, what that's calling for. Whatever we're working on together, what is the income calling for? I feel as the income should suit the people that's working together. Now that's going to vary. Now the other specific jobs, I can understand why you should get more or less. And to me, in my enterprise and franchise, the knowledge of is an asset. But if you held a institutionalized degree, I'm not going to pay you more based on your degree. This is why I say this, and this is why I would rather have a structure of best performance come first. Why I say that? Performance over seniority. Seniority has its perks when it's benefiting a person because they've been there longer. But it don't have the perks that you can be there longer, but at the same time, are you still bringing that same energy and effort with you? And I can truly, honestly say, I want to say 60% of the time, no. So that leaves 40% open for interpretation of what is better performance. A newer person is always going to have a better performance. They'll get weighed on their newer performance. But if I take two people of seniority in the same position, and their job title and their knowledge of, now that's what I'm talking about, the knowledge of is very important when it comes to that. I don't care if you've been there longer and the promotion is coming up. I'm going to now look at your knowledge. Never will I say a person that's been at a place for 1 year have more knowledge of that company than a person that's been there for 5 years that's actually in that position. That's actually, I'm not saying just have the knowledge, is actually running in that position. And they're doing small little micro things that promotion do come up. They are able to handle this next position. And then that's where I think a lot of companies, this is where I draw the line on having a degree. Because I don't care about that degree. That degree is not going to produce production. That degree don't produce production. I'd rather have a person that went to a program for 6 weeks, learned the same exact thing, been been doing the actual, because you want to have some type of, that's as saying, well, I put in my due diligence, but I didn't even go take the full test. I don't care. They're creating these job markets out there where I went to school for programming and coding, but since a person grew up just coding and programming, yes, for your company that's going to work. But never will I say, well, even though they know more, they should have an aspect of knowing more, because that means they're more probably talented or gifted at it, or I could even say anointed better. But I will still look at both sides of the coin. I can't just say, oh, I'm going to look at heads and it's going to always be heads. I'm just going to choose heads. It's going to be tails. I still got to flip the coin and say, which would I pervert for this job at this task that we in right now? This task that we in right now, which person suit the task better. And there's always room. I never feel as another person can take from me, but I feel as a person can take from me. And what I mean, if I'm at a job and I don't study it, I don't take the course. Some jobs require you to take a course, study the pamphlets to get promoted. If I'm not doing that, I can't get mad. A manager position open, I don't want to be the man. But I've been there 5 years. It's a little harder. You get paid a little bit more. The pay stay the same. But you gotta look at, even if you own this business, if you own the pay gonna stay the same regardless. So it's what knowledge of that you're gonna have. Now, and I spoke about that in my last. I'd rather, as we say, I want to give my child everything I never have. I want to give my child everything I never have. Knowledge of. What did my parents did not give me, or what did they did not know? They didn't know about credit. Now I'm going to say, hey, you know what credit is? I know what investment vehicle. My parents may have 401k in retirement, but can they explain that? Can they give that to me? And now they wouldn't have to, because I did the due diligence and I've done my own studies and research and my own performances at places. And then now what I mean by the seniority, why that's important, because they get to see the ins and out of things that the person that's only been there for a shorter time did not get to see. They might have got to been a manager for a week when that other person got sick, or when the main CEO of the company got sick. Well, you was the assistant. Now they got to be the acting chief officer, which I don't want to use chief. They got to fill that position in for a week or 2 weeks while that person is sick. So they got to learn some ins and outs that they would have never learned. Comparison to a person that, okay, you got all the experience in the world, but you done that, but you wasn't the sole person I counted on to make sure the job get done. You wrote out the plan, you handed it to the person, and they proofread it, and they said, do sir, and they added on the parts that they did. That is totally different from you working out the plan, you proofreading it, having, of course, somebody else got to look at it, and then you making your own corrections. And then you presenting that. That's going to be totally different. So I get work-based versus seniority. It's not going to be a big hit. But as a saying is, try to give your child everything you never had as a knowledge. If you didn't know the history back then, now you do. Share that with your child. I don't look at it as a society of saying, I'm giving my child too much information. Sometimes, as a parent, you're a guardian. You're supposed to be guarding and protecting and providing. You providing information, knowledge that you even just gained. You learn how to interact with people at work. I want to pass that and give that to. I want to guide and challenge my child to be better. So when you get there, you're not working for the people. You're working for the job. Listen to that again. You're not working for the people. You're working for the job. If you could get that in your head, I'm not here because of nobody. I'm not even here for the CEO. I am here because I know how to do this. This is what I am here for. This is as we talk about our focus, our purpose, and our mission, I'm here for this position. I can do this position better than anybody that steps in this building, this company, this organization. I can do this just as good. That's my mindset. I don't have to sell you a dream, because when I leave that area, so my EI is dietary aid. I'm using this because I got to use everything I'm good at. I got to use my leadership, my customer service, and my cleaning. What I'm about to be doing in the healthcare field, I utilize it. When leadership was there, I led by example. If you spill food on the guard shields from the food where the older people coming to get their food, or the nurses, or even you and other people walking by, the guard shield, why would I want to eat the food in the guard shield dirty and got sweet peas, and we serving carrots today for dinner? Sweet peas from last night. Still stuff. I don't mean some residue of a sweet pea. I mean, it's smeared on there that if you had just took that wet rag and you just wiped it, it would have came off that last night. Now the whole day before. Now let's say that was for dinner last night, and then now breakfast come around. I'm gonna that's my leadership, and that goes into my pride. That I want to make sure that I have that nice and clean, good and clean, quote unquote nice, good and clean. So I won't be a fool. Now, where my customer service, how I interacted with the people, I was doing pretty good, and I had no problem. And people, oh, you want the ketchup? We don't have that. You want the non-sweet? Let me call down the non-sweet ketchup. Or you want the vinaigrette? We don't have the Italian. You had to make it clear to they were the residents, but they was my customers. I came there to perform a position. It's dietary aid. They're feeding their food and making sure their food is the way they want it supposed to be. That's my customer service. My service is to make sure that they're eating food that they want to eat and is delightful to them. And then my other spot, cleanliness. Goes back to the sweet pea with the leadership. When I left that area, I left it. They say OJ did that. Take some. You want to say that's bad to have pride? It's not bad to have pride when knowing I didn't do that. I'm not going to accept. As in example, EI, the city I live in, and we got a sports team. They're trash. I'm not trash. Our downtown is actually good. So I'm going to recommend to the good parts. What do? I go to downtown. You follow the sports? No, because they're trash. I don't care about winning the championship. But your whole goal, if you're even in a relationship with someone, your whole goal, your dream, your accolades and your achievement should add up. No, I didn't win the championship. We shouldn't have the worst record, and we shouldn't have the worst team. That means we placed in the top 10 out of 32 teams, and we got special teams, we got offense, we got defense, and we got individual players. Half of my players should be in the top 10, and defense, offense, special team, out of those three, I should be in the top 20 for one and the top 10 for at least two. That's my goals. Because that's letting me know progress. And if we're not, what are we not doing good? I already know how to throw the ball in the corner. I have a problem throwing the ball in the middle. What am I not seeing in the middle? Let me go study some tapes. Let me go study when the team threw a 2-4, when the team guy wasn't as fast, when I'm playing against a faster guy. You got to perfect. That's why I say we are perfect. Perfect word the word perfect, not the ideology behind it. The word perfect, defined meaning is whole, complete, established. From the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, you are a complete and whole person. No one cannot and can't take that away from you. So what I say unto one, I say unto all, it's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice, choose wisely. You got a focus, you got a purpose, and you got a mission. Get in position. And I haven't said this one in a while. Start enjoying life. I have affirmations. I love me, I am great, I am good. Reinforce it. I am my reinforcements. I know I can do it. I can do this. It's not impossible. I am able. And when you're done with affirmations and reinforcement, empowerment come within of the power that you have, and it's meant and it's for you, no one else. It's for you to get it and to do it. So in your empowerment, yesterday I became stronger because I made it through all the obstacles and the things that I've been through. I have this saying: I survived what the brothers I grew up with didn't survive. So I survived what many didn't survive. Rest their souls. Shout out to my uncle, rest his soul. My cousin, rest her soul. My pastor, rest his soul. Young men, I knew the men that was going to be different, but they're not here no more. I survived what they didn't survive. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to hold that in honor with my fist on my heart. with all my heart. If I don't become rich or a millionaire with an honor, I'm going to hold that power within me to know I am doing non-destruction to my family and the people. I'm making my ancestors with joy. How they say, the creator say job well done. The creator say you're doing a well done job. Because I'm established, whole, and I am me. That's it.